Hi, beautifuls. We are going to be doing water signs. This is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, but we're starting with Cancer. Cancer, welcome. We are getting into your reading. All right, let's go ahead and find out what you're currently aligning to for the next 7 days. Ooh, I mean, I would take those, but I wasn't ready. Cancer. All right, Cancer, it came out again, so I'm going to take it. I'm taking it. All right, Cancer. That is your mind. This is your heart. Look at you giving me a bunch of cards. I'm going to only take the bottom. And this is your alignment. Cancer seems thirsty for the message. What will bring them into alignment? Look at you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to say right now, there seems to be an energy here of really, like, I have this feeling of my Cancers wanting to be told something that may not be happening. And so I'm asking my Cancers to brace yourself. Remember, the only way to the other side of anything is through. So let's find out what's going on. The mind for you is the Three of Swords. Yes. So energetically, I'm getting for my Cancers that there's an energy here of you going, I know the dark side of the moon. Basically, what I'm getting from my Cancers is, I know the pitfalls. It's okay. I'm going to go ahead and just be mindful of the pitfalls, but I don't have to worry about it. For some reason, I'm getting from my Cancers that you're like, I know, but I can control myself in the situation. So let's find out what that means. The heart of the matter for you is the 10 of Cups reversed. Guys, this deck, listen, I always make sure that my decks don't have reversals in them because I don't usually read reversals. But when they come out and you threw out like 8 cards for the heart of the matter, it came out reverse, the 10 of Cups. Source is saying to me, listen, if something has a warning sign on it, right? Like, Source is saying to me, you know, when we take certain medication and it gives us the side effects to that medication is worse than the symptoms of something that we have. And we have the option at that point to take the medication or to just ride out whatever we're experiencing energetically that is just our body doing what it needs to do to get to the healthy side. Source is saying to me, you're kind of living out some kind of lesson currently that you've been at before, right? Like the 3 of Swords is here. Source is saying to me, you've done this to yourself before, Cancer. Do you really need to learn that lesson the hard way again? Like, listen, we're in eclipse season. We have Pluto squaring the Mars and the moon. Like, you do not need to learn this lesson the cranky, uncomfortable tower moment way, right? Like, you've learned this lesson before, and there's a rule for a reason. You are not the exception to the rule. And you know this. It's not like I'm talking to a Cancer that hasn't been around the block in regards to certain lessons before. Like, you get it, you know. But for some reason, your heart has a soft spot for this situation, this person. And Source is like, that soft spot of yours needs you to callous it over a bit and know that some people do not deserve you hurting over them. There is a famous saying by Bob Marley that says, everyone's going to hurt you. You just have to figure out the ones worth suffering for. And I'm getting that my Cancers have this message currently regarding someone, period, the end. All right, let's see what will bring you into alignment. Yeah. Letting the past stay in the past. Like Source says, maybe this is about a past person that you can't let go of. Maybe that this story regarding one specific person that holds a very soft spot spot in your heart, like can't that isn't leaving your soft spot. And Source is like, it's time for you to recalibrate the story. Let's look at what really happened, Cancer. Because once you really look at what happened in that situation, once you look at what this person put you through, did to you, and how deployable they treated you, you will be free, is what I'm getting from Source. Like Source is saying, you're romanticizing a story. It's like Source is saying to me, you're creating a Cinderella story around something that was a horror story. And it's time for you to look at it the way that it actually happened. Because the way it actually happened, you would never put your child in that situation, your best friend in that situation. You wouldn't put someone you love in the situation that you're experiencing with this person. So why would you put the person that you should love, i.e. the person in the mirror, in that situation again? Or sell yourself the story that it was something that it isn't, because it's time for you to really free yourself of having this lesson ever again. And that requires for you to look at it, how it actually went down. And I'm not saying that you can't have a soft spot or love someone that did you wrong. You can, but you must love yourself more, is what Source is saying to me. All right, ask a question about someone that you want a message from, dear Cancer. Okay, look at you. Look at imprisonment or slavery. Whoever it is that you're asking about, Source is telling me this person has a victim mentality when they don't take responsibility of what put them in the circumstance and situation that they created. I'm getting very distinctly that this person cannot be accountable. Cannot be accountable, cannot be accountable, cannot be accountable. I don't know how many fucking different ways I can say that. Like, this person is never the person that created the circumstance that got them in the situation that they're in. And Source is like, you know what? At some point, this person, for some reason, Source is saying to me, this person was always, the circumstance was fucked up. The other person was fucked up. They're always pointing the finger outward, i.e. they will never learn how to be truly someone of integrity, because it's never their fault. And it's time for you to understand that this person will never take responsibility for how they create the circumstances and situations in their lives. Okay, let's see what will bring you into alignment. My beautiful Cancer, what will bring you out of this other than the Fool child, i.e. what's in front of you? The future is bright. You just must let go of whatever you're stuck in, my beautiful Cancer. And it could just be that you still hold a soft spot for someone that doesn't deserve you to give them any energy. Should it be masculine or feminine? All right, let's see what will bring you into alignment. What is the suggestion from Source for my Cancers? Like, Source is telling me to have a new story. You must write a new story. And you must believe in a new story. Oh, look at that. Cancer. So the cards that you got are the Moon, i.e. your card. You're ruled by the Moon. You're ruled by your emotions. And Source says it's time for you to see whether or not your emotions have you in mind. Okay. And the other card that came up for you is Uranus. So Source is saying to me, if it isn't solid, it's going to fall apart. It's time for you to choose things that are emotionally safe for you to build with. And that is the message that I'm getting from Source. If it's not, if very short into the relationship, it isn't safe, it is not going to be safe moving forward. All right, my beautifuls, hopefully this helped you. As always, I'm Nery, I guide, and I'm sending you so much love. I'll talk to you soon.